Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus here again. I just came off of Lower Afton and 61 in Woodbury, Minnesota, doing some campaigning. And as I was sitting out there walking and talking to people with my signs, I'm reminded that I've been doing this stuff for years. And what is it that makes me think that this year could possibly be more important than any other year? It reminded me of a few years ago, I met a guy. He was very serious kind of guy, and he wanted to see black people get out of this predicament they were in. And he had given it much thought, and the only conclusion he came up with that black people had to pack their bags up and get out of America, go back to Africa. I couldn't embrace that because I figured, hey, when people left Mississippi and go to Chicago, they were still the same people in Mississippi. So I could only see people leaving America. When they went to Africa, they'd be the same people in Africa that they are here. The same pressures that allows them to bend over and get on their knees begging here in America would allow them to be on their knees begging, bend over in Africa. So I didn't see that as a major thing. I had another friend who was talking about if black people could invest a certain amount of money in a certain pool every month or every payday or something like this, that if they made that investment, they could actually use that money to engage themselves in commercialism and be able to survive. And as far as people giving up their money or paying into anything for anybody, I just couldn't see that. I mean, it's a nice idea if you can get enough people to do it. On the other hand, I thought about what I'm asking people to do. As I'm standing out here and I'm watching, I'm seeing commercial everywhere. Every car passed by got gasoline in it, got oil in it, got tires on it, got all the apparatuses that come together to make it a car or a truck or a tractor or whatever it is. All of it represent commercialism. You think about the school buses, you think about everything you see is about money. Money, money, money. And here I am out here telling people it's time for a new day. It's time to change the Constitution to accommodate what we, the American people, want in our lives. And I was awakened this morning listening to the news where they were talking about the Constitution being changed in Russia to fit Putin's lifespan, his dominance, his godship over Russia. And it reminded me of maybe what Trump is trying to do over here, or help Putin overthrow this government, bring it down a bit, like Russia and Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev. Ain't no telling. But what I'm saying, as I was sitting there thinking that, then the Spirit came to me very clearly and said, it's not about what these people are going to be voting for this. My purpose out here is to share with the American people that you know what kind of life you've been living all your life. You know. It doesn't take a big old mystery writer to write it. You know the story. But what I'm saying to you is this. I come that you might have these new things. First of all, the Heavenly Father that created that sky that you can't see because I'm pointing to it, and all these trees around here you can't see. And I believe that's a homeless woman sitting in that bus stop right there. I talked to her a minute ago. She said she wasn't. But anyway, I believe she is. All of that, God made all of this stuff. And you know what he says? He says if you just change your way, you could have your needs, your wants, and your desires met. Every human being on the face of the earth can have your needs, your wants, and your desires met. There's no government on the face of the earth offer you that. Republicans don't offer that to Republicans. Democrats don't offer that to Democrats. White people don't offer that to white people. Black people don't offer that to black people. You know you're not going to offer that to one another. Only one can offer you that is the one who owns it. And that's the power that you can't see. Not only that, can make sure that every last one of you never be without food, clothing, and shelter. Never, ever. Also, make sure that you have education unlimited and unrestricted. Also, make sure that you got health care from the womb to the tomb. Only God can offer you that and has provided for that. All of that can be made available to you. Only God, my friends, can make sure that the life that you're living, if you agree, can be lived in peace with prosperity and freedom and the joy of life and the fulfillment of your dreams. Hey, brother, I just shared 3 groups of stuff with you. There's no human being can share with you about nothing. And while you might ask that old question like, how you going to do it? I know you're concerned about money. That's all it is. Going into debt, credit, taxes, all of that. But you notice as I was describing what God has prepared for you, I didn't mention anything about money because money is not involved. Money is the tool of the deceiver. Money is the tool of the one that's brought you to the hell that you're in today. Money is the one that rides on the backs of lying and cheating and stealing and killing and terrorizing and creating environments for hatred and racism and bigotry. That's where all that comes from. I come to give you what God has promised you: peace, life on earth as it is in heaven. And the way that all of this is provided by giving every last one of you a career of your own choosing. That's where your joy comes from. Being on earth, knowing who you are, why you are, and being there exactly that. And you will find that what you bring to the world can't even live without it. And so grateful that you finally awoke and now doing your responsible things. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, my proposal to you is that if you want the things I've just mentioned, you can go to the polls and write in Eddie Marcus. That's meaning that you want God's program. Or you can go in there and vote for Donald Trump and he take you to hell, or the Republicans the Democrats who just slide on down that slope just a little bit slower. But the choice is yours. I'm not upset. I'm not even mad with you because I have finally got the God solution. And I share with you. Hey, baby, I can't do no more than that. I declare I can't make you, I can't take you, I can share you, and I can show you. But the action is yours. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.